Hello, Michael here. Looking today at Psalms 37, specifically verse 1 to 3 for the Exposition. This psalm, which is subtitled, He Will Not Forsake His Saints, and we'll read these first three verses. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as a green herb. Verse 3. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. And so we look to the treasury of David as penned by Charles Spurgeon for the Exposition. Verse 1. The psalm opens with the first precept. It is, alas, too common for believers in their hours of adversity to think themselves harshly dealt with when they see persons utterly destitute of religion and honesty rejoicing in abundant prosperity. Much needed is the command, fret not thyself because of evildoers. To fret is to worry, to have the heart burn, to fume, to become vexed. Nature is very apt to kindle a fire of jealousy when it sees lawbreakers riding on horses and obedient subjects walking in the mire. It is a lesson learned only in the school of grace, when one comes to view the most paradoxical providences with the devout complacency of one who is sure that the Lord is righteous in all his acts. It seems hard to carnal judgment that the best meat should go to the dogs, while loving children pine for want of it. Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. The same advice under another shape. When one is poor, despised, and in deep trial, our old Adam naturally becomes envious of the rich and great. And when we are conscious that we have been more righteous than they, the devil is sure to be at hand with blasphemous reasonings. Stormy weather may curdle even the cream of humanity. Evil men, instead of being envied, are to be viewed with horror and aversion. Yet their loaded tables and gilding trappings are too apt to fascinate our poor, half-opened eyes. Who envies the fat bullocks, the ribbons and garlands which decorate him as he is led to the shambles? Yet the case is a parallel one, for ungodly rich men are but as beasts fattened for the slaughter. Verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass. The scythe of death is sharpening. Green grows the grass, but quick comes the scythe. The destruction of the ungodly will be speedy, sudden, sure, overwhelming, irretrievable. The grass cannot resist or escape the mow, and wither as the green herb. The beauty of the herb dries up at once in the heat of the sun, and so all the glory of the wicked shall disappear at the hour of death. Death kills the ungodly man like grass, and wrath withers him like hay. He dies, and his name rots. How complete an end is made of the man whose boast had no end. Is it worth while to waste ourselves in fretting about the insect of an hour, an ephemeral which is the same day is born and dies? Within believers there is a living and incorruptible seed, which liveth and abideth forever. Why should they envy mere flesh, and the glory of it, which are but as grass, and the flowers thereof? Verse 3. Trust in the Lord. Here is a second precept, and one appropriate to the occasion. Faith cures fretting. Sight is cross-eyed and views things only as they seem. Hence her envy faith has clearer optics to behold things as they really are. Hence her peace. And do good. True faith is actively obedient. Doing good is a fine remedy for fretting. There is a joy in holy activity which drives away the rust of discontent. So shalt thou dwell in the land. in the land which floweth with milk and honey, the Canaan of the covenant. Thou shalt not wander in the wilderness of murmuring, but abide in the promised land of content and rest. We which have believed do enter into rest. Very much of our outward depends upon the inward. Where there is heaven in the heart, there will be heaven in the house. And verily thou shalt be fed or shepherded. To integrity and faith, necessaries are guaranteed. The Good Shepherd will exercise his pastoral care over all believers. In truth they shall be fed, and fed on truth. The promise of God shall be their perpetual banquet. They shall neither lack in spiritual nor in temporals. Some read this as an exhortation. Feed on truth. Certainly this is good cheer, and banishes forever the hungry heart burnings of envy. Oh yes, trust you enjoy the meditation. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be